Awful Adam comedy. And we all know names carry weight. Take my name, Adam, the original man, created in paradise. It's pure, it's innocent. Then there's my current title, Awful Adam. You know, it takes a lot to earn a nickname like Awful Adam. People hear that and they assume the worst, though. They think, oh, he must be a white-collar criminal, or he definitely leaves shopping carts in the middle of empty parking spaces. It's a heavy burden, though, living with that kind of infamy. All the cold stares from neighbors, the whispers at the local grocery store, the fact that all my friends signed my birthday cards with regretfully yours. Honestly, though, I don't blame them. What I did was monstrous. It altered the course of human history, or at least the course of a Tuesday afternoon at the Rainbow Center. This all started because I wanted to do something good for humanity. So I came up with the idea I wanted to volunteer. I know, disgusting, right? Awful Adam volunteering. But I went down to the local animal shelter. I thought to myself, Adam, you have to love to give. Share it with the less fortunate. They put me in charge of the adoption event. I thought it awesome. My job was simple, manage the sign-up sheet for the people who wanted to adopt the puppies. It was a very high-stakes environment. Emotions were running hot. Enter the Henderson family. Picture them, though. Perfect, symmetrical haircuts, a 7-year-old daughter named Lily who looked like she was genetically engineered by Hallmark to hold a golden retriever puppy. Lily wanted a puppy named Barnaby. Barnaby was 90% ears and 10% structural integrity. It was a total match made in heaven. But I had a clipboard. And when you give a cynical man a clipboard, you aren't giving him a tool, you're giving him a weapon. The Hendersons approached the desk. Little Lily looked up at me with the eyes full of hope. The kind of hope that hasn't been crushed yet by reality, or taxes, or corporate synergy. She says, Mister, can we please adopt Barnaby? I tapped my pencil on my clipboard. I looked at her. I looked at the forum. I looked at the clock. It was 4:01. The event ended at 4. Now, a normal person, a good person, would say, of course, sweetie, let's get the paperwork started. But I'm Adam, the first man, and I had to establish dominance. I looked at this 7-year-old kid dead in the eyes, and I put a massive, aggressive red X through the form. I said, sorry, kid. The bureaucracy sleeps for no one. Rules are rules. Barnaby stays in the system. The silence in that room was absolutely deafening. The father looked at me like I had just insulted his ancestors. The mother had gasped so hard she inhaled a nearby flyer about spaying and neutering. And Lily didn't just cry. She wept with profound realization that the universe is cold, unfeeling, and it's all managed by a guy in a wrinkled polo shirt. Me. Her dad stepped up, vein popping out of his neck. He said, you're an awful man. You are just an awful, awful Adam. And the crowd chanted it. Awful Adam, awful Adam, awful Adam, awful Adam. Okay. They didn't chant it. But the energy was there, I tell you. Did they get the dog? Yeah, obviously. The manager walked over 3 seconds later. He called me a bureaucratic idiot and he gave them the puppy for free. So really, I'm a philanthropist. I saved that family $300 in adoption fees through the sheer power of my own malice. But the damage to my reputation was done. The label stuck. So now I embrace it. If you need someone to tell a child Santa is just a supply chain illusion, call me. If you need someone to object at a wedding just to spice up the videography, I'm your guy. I am Awful Adam, keeping the world miserable 1 minute past the deadline. One at a time. Thank you, everyone. Stay awful.